Hi, this is Mr. Weisfeld. I want to talk through Inquiry A standard questions, scientific questions, and hypotheses. First of all, let's talk about what the objective is for this standard. You should be able to generate and evaluate, that means come up with and apply criteria to scientific questions. And you should be able to make predictions based on either data or your own experience or observations or models that you make of a scientific system. So let's talk about the learning progression. For level 1, for a 1.0 score, you need to basically identify the criteria that we can apply to a scientific question. So what does it mean to be fact-based? What does it mean to be measurable, specific, unbiased? All those things are either a good scientific question or a bad scientific question. Then, of course, we want you to apply those. So evaluate scientific questions. I give you some, or you create some, and you want to apply these criteria and say, hey, that's a good scientific question, or that's a bad scientific question, and here's why. What's the difference between a non-science question and a science question? Can you tell when a question is fact-based or not fact-based? Can you tell when something's measurable or not measurable? Can you tell when something's specific or non-specific? Can you tell when something's biased or not biased? All those things will help you decide if a question is indeed a science question that you can measure, that you can make a hypothesis against, and things you can't. Then, once you have a good science question, level 3, you should be able to make predictions, a hypothesis, or hypotheses, plural, and generate more questions, more hypotheses based on the data or on models that you have of that scientific or of that system. So we had a form for a science question. It says, I wonder how blank, where the blank is a manipulated variable, I wonder how that affects your responding variable. I wonder how light affects plant growth, for instance. We made a hypothesis, so that was the form for science question. We also made hypotheses, or hypothesis, and we had a form. I think that increasing or decreasing a manipulated variable will cause the responding variable to increase or decrease. And you have to fill in those blanks. You have to, in your hypothesis, make a specific prediction. You can't just say something will affect something else. You have to tell me specifically and measurably, if I change something, something else will happen. And what exactly is that something else that will happen? So that's level 3. Get all of those things, and you're acing Inquiry A questions, science questions, standard. Level 4, you want to write a project for me or for credit above 3.0. Generate your own authentic scientific question. Make a prediction about that. Tell me what would happen if you were to investigate that question. This has been a quick review of the standard Inquiry A. This is what you need to know for this standard. There's going to be more videos talking about applications or examples of this.